Okay, so all right, so we're gonna have a fun thing, or are we gonna go serious with this group?
Fun.
And light and fun.
Fun. Right?
Fun. Okay, all right. Cool. Are these rich people or not rich people?
Rich.
Huh?
Rich.
With Hong Liang, of course, rich lah.
I hope so.
Mass affluent.
Mass affluent, Dato, Sansri, but those are the ones that we broadcasted to and invited, but I'm not sure if they will tune in or not. So, safe to assume that they are. Yeah.
Okay, so do I get to see the questions as well?
We don't know which part to talking.
Because you are broadcasting on YouTube, so I need the link to see.
Yeah, can we send the link in the chat, please?
Yeah, I've sent the link in the chat.
No, this I meant the Zoom chat. Hang on.
Oh, the Zoom chat.
Never mind. It's okay. Don't worry. I get it.
什么呢？
做这个，可是坏了。
哦，是这样哦。妈妈说你画了一本小故事要说给婆婆听，对吗？
是。
来讲给婆婆听。
在很久很久以前，有一个美丽的小村庄， 新年到了，村子里很热闹，大家都在买年货。突然，这叫年的怪兽现身到村子里捣乱，大家吓得纷纷逃到甘蔗林里。有一位勇敢的男孩说，他有个好办法。当年兽出现的时候，村民们拼命敲打甘蔗片，噼里啪啦，噼里啪啦。就这样，村民们成功的把年兽赶走了。
哦，完了吗？
嗯。
其实故事还没完哦。村民们回到了村子里，才发觉家园都毁了。这时候，那个勇敢的小男孩就出来鼓励大家，把家园重建了起来。很快的，新的家园就建好了，而且比以前更加的牢固，更加的美丽。从此，为了庆祝而燃放烟花变成了传统。无论遇到任何的困难，只要携手同心，就能迎接新的开始。
哦，现在我明白了。婆婆，我要重新做过那个。
那我们一起来吧。
Hi, good evening, everyone. For those who don't already know me or those who know the face but not the name, my name is Alvin Wong Zhun. And as your host, let me congratulate you for making it to this very exclusive webinar with Dato Joey Yap, presented to you by Hong Leong Bank. Well, maybe that could be the next radio ad for Hong Leong Bank, huh? Well, okay, as we understand that Chinese New Year is technically over, right? So I believe some of you are, for some of you, the post-festive blues is just starting to kick in, right? But hey, let's keep things festive in here. Why don't we? 係咪先？嗱，年又過晒㗎啦，團圓飯又食晒啦，撈生都撈晒啦，係咪？炮仗都炸晒啦，嗰啲紅包都派晒啦，係咪先？金都拋晒啦，所以我哋仍然都可以保持呢個過節嘅氣氛㗎，係咪先？嗱，我哋講咁多咧，莫非都係為咗祝你哋恭喜發財、新年進步，同埋最緊要身體健康啦，係咪先？嗱，今年咧，我相信大家都對呢個新嘅牛年都有所期望、有所期待嘅，同時都有啲彷徨，係咪先？呢啲心情嘅交集咧，我相信嗱，在座嘅各位咧，對呢個新嘅牛年嘅，我想首先對大家講下呢個鼠年嘅朋友。鼠年嘅朋友就，對於玄學呢啲嘢，我識條鐵咩？係咪先？所以我要請呢個大師過嚟同大家講下今年牛年嘅呢個運程。So, Dato Joey, are you ready for the floor?
Yes, all right. Hey everyone, how you guys doing?
All right, Dato. There are I believe you're going to show us a chart, right? To show us this year, how things are going to be like for this year.
Not really show you the chart for how things are like because you probably will not read it. But I think it's more important to know how to read your own personal chart.
Are you going to show us an example on how to read it?
Yeah, so a bit later, I believe we will come out to that example. But first of all, I need to also make sure that everyone here understands how we're going to approach the the forecast for the year in this very quick session here. Okay, so for those of you who are new, for those of you who are new who are joining us for the first time, okay, how many of you are new? Like this is the first time? Go ahead and type in the chat that this is the first time listening to a Joey Yap seminar or an event, so I could actually see how many new people are right here. Right. Okay. All right. So good. Now it's very important that you understand that. Yeah, you're new. All right, cool. All right, so I can see some people are absolutely new. All right, that's astrology is nothing more than a study of energy patterns, and a lot of people would probably want to know if this is it able to actually tell the future. It's not able to forecast the future accurately, but it's able to see what energies influence you so that you can participate in using those energy to create the destiny that you want. Now, let me put it in no uncertainty for you that you need to participate in what is available for the year in order to get all the benefits. And of course, if you think that the year is not so good because the energy is not so great, because you hear some auntie somewhere or some fellas at the temple say this is year not good for this animal sign, that's complete nonsense, yeah. It's not good for certain activities only because it's difficult, right? But certain activities are great, right? And if you just do the right activity, you're gonna have a fantastic year, a lot of fun. Okay, so how many of you guys here would love to have 2021 your best year ever? Type of 1 in the comment section right now. Like your best year ever.
I think we'll be flooded with comments right there. No, yeah, everybody will want you to. I mean, especially after last year. I mean, we are all very hopeful for this because things are looking brighter now. I mean, the vaccines are coming in. It gives us all a lot of hope that things going back to normal. So yeah, we're all very hopeful about that.
Well, that's a good thing. I think things probably will not go back to normal. What it will actually become is relatively normal. I think it is a better year compared to 2020, definitely based on both charts of the year. But when I look at other, when people are asking and they're expecting for like a great year of sorts. Well, it's not like that. When you compare to other years who are, let's say property, for example, like 2010 to 2015, those 5 years alone, the energy is better than 2021. Okay. But if you say gloominess versus optimism, then 2021 will have more optimism than 2020. So that tells us a few things. Number one, I think markets, for example, will still be seeing some form of growth, and I think that's good for people because you need to be in the market to make some money, obviously. But economy-wise, it's not such a great news because economy-wise take time to recover, and this chart doesn't show economic recovery. Okay, so when we look at the birth date for the year, which is the February 3rd of 2021, the birth chart doesn't show a fantastic growth economy. Right, but it shows a crazy market though. So if you're into that, I think possibly you're still into a period where there's pretty much a lot to gain.
Oh, you mean the stock market, huh?
Yep, the stock market is very different than the economy. It's two different things.
Yeah, it's strong, but I mean, despite the fact that it's going to be just as volatile as last year.
I wouldn't use the word volatile.
Happy,
right? I would say active because last year was a great year for many people in the market, right? Many people in the market who were able to benefit from the cycle. They had a great time. They had a great time last year, right? Made a lot of money. I mean, how many of you guys did pretty well in the market? Type an A here. Type an A in the chat so we know what's going on.
Pretty well or way better than usual.
Yeah, A is like, okay, yeah, pretty good. I like the report card. So type an A in the chat right now.
Yeah. A with a star sticker, yes.
Right. Don't do that, yeah. Cool. All right, so and I'm sure these are our Hong Leong Bank clients.
When you say the economy is still picking up speed, right? I mean, this year being 2021, especially after last year, it's normal for any form of recovery. It's just picking up speed, but from here on.
No, I think I need to correct you on that. The economy is not picking up speed. The market is.
Only the market,
economy and market is two different things. The economy is shrinking. All right, in economy, it's certain sections will recover a little bit, but. But the market is different. Market is it's crazy, all right? So I think that sort of momentum will probably continue at least past half year, all right? So that's if you're in there, I mean, if you're guided by the right team, and they like this, I think a lot of fund managers will love this because if the market doesn't correct, right, then that's everything will be too expensive to buy, right? So when the market corrects itself, when some form of correction comes in, that's when people get an opportunity to buy. Like, for example, there's a drop in Bitcoin, for example. It allows some people to move in. Otherwise, it's like too freaking expensive, right? I mean, how can you buy a coin for 300,000, right?
Yeah.
So then when it drops a little bit, that's where these activities, people get to see it. So, and I think a lot of times people are just thinking, can they get lucky? Well, a lot of people had their chance last April. Nobody participated because they were scared, right? So, yeah, they had their chance. Come on, like last
This was April 2020.
April 2020 until now, the markets never stopped growing, right? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. A lot of people were in there. I mean, look at all the fund managers having a lot of fun. I'm sure Hong Leong Band had a great time with their customers, their clients. The returns are crazy, and especially tech and IT companies, right? And the problem is when fear kicked in, right? When fear kicked in March until early April, a lot of people were selling like hell, right? So that's when they had an issue, right? But thereafter, certain great companies at that time, the market was fearful, but because they were great companies, they managed to pull through and they did pretty well.
Yeah,
okay, so a lot of people who knew what they were doing last year, they made pretty good money.
Right. There are questions about Bitcoin actually. What do you think is going to look like this year and the following?
Well, of course, the correction has already taken place and still taking place right now, so I can't say much about that. But I think that in general, Bitcoin is another version, probably replacing or as equivalent to gold in some ways. Okay, so because we don't have that much data on how Bitcoin is supposed to work, I guess for the time being until 2023, this is something that still can see some form of growth in there. Because 2023 onwards, there is a big capital transformation of energy. So I would be a bit concerned with that. In case you are speculating too much, you got to be very careful with that, because there might be a huge correction just before that time. So that, again, is only my view. I may be wrong in that. So, just be a little bit concerned with that. Be careful with that.
All right. So among all the animal signs, right, which ones will have, relatively better money luck for this year?
Well, money luck is different than general luck, okay?
Yeah.
Now, I think when we come to money luck, I think we're referring to opportunities to gain value, all right? Opportunities to gain value. And value can come from paper money, or it can come from actual cash, right? Or cash opportunities.
Yeah.
So there are three animal signs that generally, when it comes to opportunities to do with wealth or money, has to do with snake, rat, and monkey. Okay, so snake, rat, and monkey is when it comes to overall wealth-related or money-related opportunities, is the best. Okay. Now, again, many people think, well, I'm not snake and not monkey, right? Not rat, year, right? Then that could be an issue, because this is not just about the year above. It's actually an individual has got a year, month, day, and hour of birth. So they actually have 4 animal signs. Most people think they actually have one. This is just the year that they're born in. But actually, they have 4 animal signs: your year, month, day, and hour. Now, let me show you how an astrology chart looks like. Okay, if you really use your year, month, day, and hour of birth, it will look like this. Guys, can you bring up the astrology chart now? Okay, so what you're seeing on your screen right now, let me see if I'm pointing the right direction. All right, here. Okay, so if you're seeing, no, this one.
Is that the other way?
Yeah, all right. All right, so if you're looking at the astrology chart right now, you could see there's a year, month, day, and hour column. Now, this chart, you can't see it so clearly because it's a low resolution chart here. You see the snake is the year of birth. The month of the tiger, you see a tiger, right? Tiger is the month of birth. And the person is born on the day of the rat. You can see it's the day of the rat, and is born on the hour of the horse. So there's 4 animal signs in this chart. So every one of us here actually have 4 animal signs. It's just that a lot of people didn't realize that. They thought that, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna I just have 1 animal sign based on the year. It's not. It's based on 4 animal signs that influences you in a year. Okay, so you want to look through this chart and you want to see, like this chart, this example here, clearly you could see that the snake and the rat is inside the chart. The snake year, and it's also snake is rat month. So which means there are 2 wealth stars or wealth animal signs in this person's chart. Okay. Now, so is that good or not good, right? You think about it, right? Guys, work with me here. What do you think? Is this good or no good? Type good or no good on the chat session right now. If you have 2 animal signs, that is a wealth animal signs right now.
Good or no good for wealth, you mean?
Yep. All right, go ahead and type inside your chart here. Okay. Is it good or no good? Just have to say in the chat. That's so that we know. Right. Fun. The actual answer is it depends on what you're doing with it. Right. A lot of times if we say, right, I've got according to astrology, I got a good animal sign, right? Well, what do you plan to do this year? If you don't plan anything, this is just a waste of time to have these stars, right? It's like this, like you got very nice hair, but you don't intend to comb it and do a nice hairstyle. It's just going to look messy, you know?
Yeah.
So the ingredients of the year, many people think that, well, I got a great year because the astrology says I've got a great chart. No, the chart only means you have the energy, but it does not guarantee you have the outcome. The outcome is dependent on whether or not you have the right activities. And in this case here, you have the wealth star, right? So you got to ask yourself, what do you intend to do to get this wealth, right? So since you have the wealth star, which means that the activities that you will perform in will give you a better chance of reaping the benefits. But first, you must have wealth producing activity. I would suggest this: get a second job if you are you have one job. And if you have one job, either A, you get paid more for the job that you do, but the problem is if you're in a technical field, technical field meaning your work is very technical related, like accounting, for example. Accounting is a technical job, like if you're a legal assistant, is a technical job, right? There's only so much that you will get, even with 10,000 wealth stars, so no use, and most you get maybe 5-10%, because that's the market rate. You can get above market rate, but never go above that percentage.
Yeah.
So logically, it tells me even if I have the wealth star, that will only increase me 10 to 20%. And if I'm only making 10,000, 10% is only 1,000 more, right? So it's not exponential wealth. That's 12,000 more a year. Nothing much, right? But if you say, no, I want to use these wealth stars to better my income, then in that case, you should be involved in revenue streams or profit streams. Now, that means you must physically plan yourself to be in the profit stream. So when you're in the profit stream, what happens is that now you have a chance to sell more or sell at a higher price, so the profit margin increases. Or you sell a more expensive item because the profit margin is higher, or you get to increase the frequency of the sale 2 or 3 times a year. I mean, someone buys the same product for 2 times or 3 times a year. That increases your revenue and that increases your income because you're in sales. Okay, that's the second way to do it. The third way to do it is obviously to get a second job, right? If you're in a job and there's no other way, because that's you cannot just like, oh, I got wealth star this year, my boss is going to give me more money because I look good. No, it's not going to happen. No matter how.
Do you mean like a side hustle or a new job, a change of career?
Okay, a side hustle implies a second a business. A second job is a second employment. Okay, this is for the lower, obviously, people who just have a secondary skill. Now, of course, it will be better if you have side hustle, right?
Yeah.
Now, this is for people who are working for others. If you're working for others, this is your way to get money, is obviously to get a side hustle. And that allows you to eventually have a business, because when you own a business, you make money by profits. Okay. If you own a job, you make money by salary. All right. So that's a huge difference between these two.
Yeah.
And if you are running wealth stars and you have wealth stars in your chart, and you are running your own business and you want to grow your business because you have wealth stars, and you're working on increasing your pool of leads, this will be a great year for that. And you meet a lot of success only because you have the wealth star. That means your pool of leads will increase, but you need to start doing that. So it's a strategic move to use the wealth star. So I know this is very different than a bunch of you guys listening out there say, "Aya, a big hang chai wan na, hang chai wan咁點啫?" No guarantee you're wealthy, and you must go and do wealth-related activities, kama. Yeah. So a lot of people are very stupid. No, they think, hang chai wan fat that la. No lah, you must do something, right? Yeah. Do wealth-related thing. Let's say you hang chai wan, you go with wealth luck, but your whole intention is to get married, then not related, ma. Not related. Maybe you get a big ang pao from your in-laws lah. That's about it lah. Yeah, that's your
Doesn't
wealth.
work when you're hung Taiwan. You just sit your ass on the couch and just wait for money to
Definitely
fall.
not. In fact, I think it will be a much more busier year if you're going through wealth luck. Much more busier year. So many people don't realize that it requires effort to actually make use of the wealth stars. Okay, they actually thought that by just waiting for the stars to come would be good. And that's the same question that people ask. Yeah, when will I go through a peach blossom? Okay, there are certain animal signs of right? Tiger, for example, will have it. Right, the monkey also have it. The horse also have. Now have only,
That's right.
So what? You become luckier to meet some people that is so-called good candidates for long-term relationship. But let's just say, of all the tigers and horses and the monkeys in which is the animal sign for peach blossom relationship luck this year. But amongst all of them, some of them are, let's say, they take care of their body. Okay, very fit one. The other person like fat like hell Then you hang tofa one, so no use lah, because you obviously not prepared for it, right or not? So you gotta have some value, right or not? Okay, let's say now I don't take care of my body lah. I don't care, man. I eat whatever lapsap come. Okay, fine. But at least also must have the intellectual property. Someone, hey, very interesting. Let's go out and park for, right?
Yeah.
Talk lah, something interesting, right? Good conversation, have fun, a nice chit chat. Right, let's talk about wealth, let's talk about investment, let's talk about holidays, let's talk about interesting. Okay, no, I don't know anything, I don't know. I don't know, I don't like eat, I don't like this. Everything don't like. Hang tofa one also no use. Right? Because tofa one only activates the opportunity. It does not guarantee sustainability.
Yeah.
Right?
It pretty much means when you have that star, it's time to get to work, get cracking.
Correct. All right, you gotta really use it in order to benefit from it. So the thing is, astrology only tells you the opportunity and the energy that is presented for you, but it has to be matched with the activities, the yin and yang. The yin and the yang makes the outcome possible. All right. So suppose you would like a lot of people would think, you know what, I just want to make more money in 2021. Is it a good year to make more money? I think it's a great year to make more money simply because there's so much chaos around, right? Now you may think, I mean, why? It's good year is good, man. When the economy and the markets are good, basically people don't really need much skills. Anyone can make money, okay? But when the economy, when the tides recede, you will see who is swimming naked. This is by Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett basically say, when times are challenging, just like right now, economies right now, you will see who the real skillful people are. You see who the gousao are, the people who can still make money despite the economy. Then you see the real. So which means if you are worth what you think you are worth, right now, right? I mean, all listening here are achievers. Then it's a great time for you. Suppose you're not an achiever, then get help long, right? There are advisors out there you can talk to, right?
Like the famous Cantonese saying, 危機就係商機.
Yeah, that's right. So there's the opportunities. There's the key with opportunity, but only for the skillful, right? So the question is, can we learn, right? Are we willing to learn? Are we willing to exploit the the opportunities that come here? So exploit the opportunity. That's the thing. Like, for example, some businesses will close down. So what does it mean for you? It means that you have a chance to hire the best talents, right? And if this is the case, then are you willing to hire? Right? You say, I'm willing to hire if only I know who they are. Okay. But there are two ways to hire the best talents. Number one, you can use Feng Shui that gives you an exposure to them. That the South sector this year is called Guai Yan. Guai Yan means noble people. So you can do your calling, you can do your analysis, your filtering, your whatever search for good people from the south of your home or your work from home office, south area. It's the easiest to do. The second thing to do is to increase your own leadership. You see, a lot of great talented staff wants to follow great talented leaders. The reason why they leave you is simply because they've lost the direction with you. Right? Most people leave is because of the manager, not because they don't not pay, because they just work with people they don't like, and they don't like that because they're talented, right? So and that means I need to work harder on my knowledge and my skills to lead, as opposed to just saying I'm just trying to find the right people, right? It's like trying to see a girl, the girl saying, you know, I want to wait for the right man to turn up my life. Listen, woman, are you the right woman? Right? So you're not the right girl. The right guy's not gonna turn up, right? The right guys are not stupid, am I right or not? So yeah, that's the same thing. If you are the employees searching for a company to join, they normally join companies with great leaders. So I would use the academic sector to increase my capacity, my knowledge, my know-how, in order for me to be a great employer. Make sense? Right?
Yeah.
So you know, that will be the east sector of your house. The east area of your house is the Manchang Sing, Manchang Wai. Now, Manchang means we may say, oh, that's for good grades. That's the uncle tell you, yeah, the temple uncle tell you. No, good grades in SPM, SRP, no, my time is SRP. SPM, even university size. You look at all the big bosses, why got all these A's? To be all the rich people, right? All the super rich that I know, right? A lot of you guys too. Where got all this? Don't know how many A's or not? Nobody cares or not. You hire the one with all the A's, correct? Right. So the thing is, you need to be graduate from the University of Society, right? And also have the great skill set of you know, the non conventional related knowledge. For example, leadership, right? Ability to market something, solving conflicts, managing people. Right, promoting an idea, right? All this stuff, right? So the East sector can allow you to learn this instead of trying getting A's in university. That's a total waste of time.
That's a position for wisdom as well, intelligence, wisdom.
Yeah.
Ideas,
I absolutely agree with you, Alvin. The wisdom is the ability to know what to do with your knowledge. And have less problems. If you have a lot of problems in life, clearly you're not that wise, because wiser people will not be so affected by their thoughts or their emotions, because they simply understand what life's supposed to teach them. So that's how we actually use the academic star. So and there are a few animal signs that are particularly good for learning anyway this year, and that's the rat, dog, and horse. Okay. Rat, dog, and horse are good for learning. And you have it anywhere in your destiny chart, year above, month above, you know, in your chart. I would definitely suggest that you learn a new skill. Right now, I don't know how many of you guys here are employees. But in order for you to make more money, or anyone want to make more money, you simply need a more higher income skill set. Okay. And of course, if you're a business owner, the way your business grow is only limited to your personal capacity. If you know more, your business will grow, because the business is limited to you. You are the leader. You made the decisions. And if you're not that great at making the decision, your business will stop at the 10 million mark or 50 million mark or 100 million mark. So the way to go to the next level simply is limited by your knowledge. So I would definitely suggest the way to do that is to learn new skill set, right? What new skill set? You may say, I already know everything. Do you know how to sell on Zoom, for example? Right? You know how to give a webinar on Zoom or on Google or you're on YouTube or on Instagram, right? So do you know how to market on TikTok, right? Do you know how to use Telegram to actually turn followers to tribe members? All these things are new things in this new era. And they are ways for you to monetize your market. Suppose you don't know this and you keep trying to advertise on TV. I mean, when was the last time you actually watched TV? Right? When was the last time you go out on the street and look at a billboard? And if your marketing team comes back and tell you, I need to have some money to market on billboard, you need to give this person a slap across the face. Who does all these things now? Right?
Speaking of starting a business this year, right? I mean, speaking of that starting business, someone from our audience who's born in the year of the rooster,
right,
would like to know, can he or she start a business this year? Is this a right year for them?
Okay, any year also can start a business. The question of how you start the business, all right? How you start it. When is not the question, right? This year is this year, right? The more important thing is how you're going to start your business, all right? So if you have Rooster in your chart, the way you can start your business is through publicity, because Rooster has a star called the Pacho. Pacho means sudden fame or popularity. So if you are going to start a business and you build your business through maybe viral social media, you gain traction from there, then monetize your followers. That will be the best use for Rooster to start the business. If Rooster say, no, I want to start a business the normal way, like trying to do product development, that one confirm no good. Okay, because it's not in line with the energy. So starting a business is not the problem. Knowing how to start it is the problem, right? Not anyone can start a business. Go register right now with registrar company. You start already.
Yeah,
right?
That's right. Someone from the audience who's born in the year of the ox just asked the same question. So yeah, anyone can start a business.
Right.
Whether you're ox or rooster or rat, it's really pretty much on how you start a business, like you said.
Right. So how about, what is that? This question is online business in 2021. Well, who's this person? Lim Jiaqi, right? Lim Jiaqi, listen. Every business should be online now, first of all right? So you no need to say online business. Which business not online, confirm gone case, it is GG, okay? Right?
Okay.
So you ask online as if it's like, oh, this one white elephant I've never seen before. Which era you born in? Every business is online. Hong Leong right now is online talking to you, correct? So first of all, online is nothing new. The question is, what are you online about, right? Because online, guys, my friend here, you have drop shipping, you have affiliate marketing, JV marketing, you have e-commerce, right? You have data programming. What are you doing, right? So there's so many different fields. Or you're doing edutech, right? You're teaching online. You are a guru teaching online, for example. So the online business is only the platform, my friend. You totally don't understand what is the nature of your business. What are you selling in the first place? Right? So if that's the case, my advice to you, even if your ox, which is pretty good this year, is your year, I say don't start because it looks like suicidal way. Right? I say if you don't know what's going on, don't start. Right? This is important. First, get a job. That's easier, right?
You say everything's online now. You can even sell cotton buds online.
Exactly, right? So you gotta know what exactly you're doing, because online business has so many different fields, right? And so when that maybe I would suggest you get educated on the industry first in the first place, right? And that's how you get started.
But speaking of industry, I believe a lot of us in this room are investors or avid investors. So what industries in this year would thrive better than others?
Okay, that depends on whether you're investing in Malaysia or US markets. If you're talking about global, in general, global plus China to US plus China, which means global now, then you're looking at industries that are in online logistics or tech-related logistics. That's the first one. Example, your Grab, your Uber Eats and all that is related to that. That's called a delivery and logistics industry. And then there is online, there's fintech. Okay, I don't want to use the word online because everything is online. Fintech. Okay, fintech is something that is going to go through a breakthrough in 2021 or at least 2022. These 2 years, so it makes sense to look at that. Online payment platforms that may be a breakthrough in 2021. I think, of course, now probably Hong Leong can give you more details about that. That's something that you could look towards to. And then you have, I don't know whether Jiaqi is online business involves e-commerce, but e-commerce is like online retailers, okay? Drop shipping might be a big thing that's coming up, or you have online market space. Online market space like Shopee and Lazada, this sort of thing where people are opening a shop within a shop. So their shop used to be offline and now it's online, okay? So they're taking it onto a market space. So this is totally a big thing now. It wasn't so big, now it's becoming bigger. And then there's another thing in this is edutech. Okay, edutech, educational technology. That's what it means. Okay, so it's a new way or an upcoming way where technology is primarily used to transmit and to teach people. Okay, so it's again a different field. And then pharmaceutical and telemedicine is the next thing I want to talk about. Because this is something where people are going to get not just the medicine, but they're going to get the actual prescription, diagnosis of illness. You may say, how actually online you can see illness, man. Don't forget the advent creation of technology might actually enable us to, through our phones, get the preliminary diagnosis just with technology from our whatever we have that sends the data to the doctor that allows us to give us the medication. Now you may say that's impossible, but this might be the year for that breakthrough. Okay, so if you're an investor, I'm not telling you what to invest in. but why not pay attention to these? Just have a look at that, right? Put that in the back of your mind when you're doing some analysis. And then one more thing, online gaming.
That would never go out of fashion.
Okay, not just normal games, as in gambling sort of gaming. That might be some form of a breakthrough.
I know what you meant.
Yeah. So that might be a big thing, and this is again global scale that we're talking about.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, two sort of websites that would never go out of fashion, which is gambling / and porn.
Yeah.
Those will never go out of fashion. That's right. And okay, now I mean, it sounds like there are a lot of potentials. Now that you have mentioned to us the do's, how about the don'ts? How about industries that we should stay away from investing?
I think there's no such industry that that people don't know that's related to traveling at this point in time. I think if you want to talk about traveling on a slightly later scale, third quarter might be a good time to look at it, right?
Third quarter, huh?
Second or third quarter, I don't know how close you want to get to that change, but it will come back in some ways. I think it's not the end. So that could be something that you want to take on. I don't think you can avoid most industries. Industries that don't change probably would be the problem. Like, for example, certain industries you gotta have hands on. And for example, you go and look at luxury items, right? If you want to go buy a watch, like a Rolex, you're not going to just look online and I think it's a great watch. Let's go now. You're going to put it on your hand. You have a look at it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to spend 200,000 on a watch without even touching it. It's a little bit difficult, right?
Yeah, that is.
So certain things, the experience counts, right? Like traveling and all that. But how people will innovate that and do a cooperation, a collab with other people, that will make the difference. So these industries, if they're collaborating with other industries, like for example, I just heard this, traveling, right? You see, traveling is difficult, but a country, I think it was UAE, if I'm not mistaken, they are opening up their borders together with a package for the ultra rich, or the rich, I'm meaning everyone here in Hong Kong, to travel there and enter and get a jab, right? I get a vaccine. So if you want to skip the lines, you pay for it, and you skip the lines, you go there, get a jab, and then have spend money in their country for 2 weeks, and then get a jab on the way out. I thought that was like a brilliant idea to bring back traveling, right? You tie in the health part. I mean, I would sign up for that if you have something like that, right? I mean, come on, right? So I would, first of all, we are dying for a holiday.
What a brilliant idea, man.
What a brilliant idea. I thought this is fantastic, right? So, but the thing is, I don't know if you I don't whether it's available for public yet, but I saw that is coming. That some people are actually working on actually making this happen. Okay.
Oh, so, but not in this country, right? I mean, in this region, even. Well,
if it's in this region, wouldn't it be cool, right? I mean, people would just pay to come. Why not? I mean, you want tourists and you want them to be safe, jab them, lah. Right not? Just give them the vaccine before coming in and stay 2 weeks and then jab again. Right not?
Ah. Cool. That's a damn brilliant idea. Okay. Any more questions that we have from the audience, or? Okay, I pretty much cover most of this here. The use of the office perspective here. Any more questions from the audience? Actually, I have a sort of a personal one. When you say that on the east side, the east portion of the house is where you turn your work, your intelligence, your wisdom, your ideas, creativity, and everything, right?
Yeah.
It so happens that I have a Japanese drum in that position. So happen is there. So should I knock it every now and then? Would that help even?
Why don't you get an automated one? I think that would be easier, isn't it? So
what? Sorry.
I think you get an automated drum, isn't it? You want to knock it every now and then. I don't think that is necessary.
It's not, huh?
In Feng Shui, the reason why they use water in any of the sectors that is deemed good is only because they want the water to be constantly moving to trigger the energy. Okay. So let's say you wanted the energies from the east, and so they would use water on the east sector. That sort of triggers the energy in the east, so that they don't have to be there physically. So you say you put a drum there and they're going to beat the drum every single day. That is not really convenient. So it defeats the purpose. Might as well use it for your
lion dance.
Yeah, lion dance and all that. It might be easier.
Oh, water features, huh? On the east side of your house, right?
Yeah.
But what about the south? When you mentioned earlier, how do you activate that?
I think the way to use the sector is more like using it personally than trying to put an item. I know the
Personally,
popular thing is about putting items, but I think this year a lot of people have that change of view because they now realize that they're working from home, right? So if they're working from home, it clearly indicates that they could be using sectors that could help them activate and enhance the certain type of energies. So if you're using the south and you are looking for jobs, for example, and you are looking for hiring people, that would be the best activity in that area. And you don't do it the whole day; you just spend maybe a couple of hours, 1 hour, 2 hours. And some people say, "Huh, enough already? Enough lah. How long do you think you work every day? You think you're 9 to 5, you work every day? Come on lah. You think I'm born yesterday? Most people go to the work, right? Settle the computer lah, check a few messages from Facebook lah." And then they do this, do that, and then after that, click, clack, everything. The one whole day, maybe 3 hours effective. Okay, like most of the time, they have coffee, talk to someone, all that, all distracted. So really, you need to spend just 1 hour a day somewhere and get the benefits, right? So do it in the south, right? Hire the people that you need, all right? Or look for a job from the south if you would like to get someone who appreciates your talent.
Suppose if you're like for example, if you're a freelancer, for example.
You see, I'm freelancer. Again, I need to stress that freelancers, they're good and bad. I mean, I use a lot of freelancers myself, right? A lot of freelancers for a lot of things that I do. Some are really great, some not so great, okay? Yeah. So, and if you are good at what you do and you're using the south, you will get a lot of people, high-paying clients, all right? But then they are also demanding, right? Listen, if someone's going to pay you so much money, they obviously will expect a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? But then it's okay. At least you get paid more, right? Why would you want a lousy position?
That's right. And what about the sectors of the house that one shall not touch?
I think touch meaning not renovate lah. You can use any sector. You can be in anywhere in the house except a certain sector in the house that possibly might trigger some form of what we call overly strong energy and causes disturbance. Would be southeast this year. Southeast is what we call the Mwang San. Okay, Mwang San. So Mwang San, basically in all the Feng Shui, we always say, this sector I most dangerous. Most dangerous for what? Well, dangerous if let's say you're doing surgery, right? This year you plan to do surgery, you're gonna do elective surgery lah. So suppose you're gonna do renovation in the southeast. That sort of interferes with your probability of healing. Okay. Yeah. And so let's say you have very ill, right? They say you're doing a cancer, whatever surgery, and then you go and do renovation southeast, and that will put you at a huge disadvantage. But suppose you have nothing wrong with you, and then you have you're using the southeast. Okay lah, there's minor problems that everybody would face, not a big deal. Okay. So I would always look at what would be the activities that are involved in that person's life before I say certain sectors you need to avoid. Right? So sometimes you don't have to avoid all the sectors. It's a question of whether or not you have certain important things. Like, for example, you're giving birth this year or you're trying to conceive. Then I would not avoid you doing major renovations in the southeast because that sort of triggers a negative energy. And then your chances of conceive very low, right? Or chances of miscarriage is higher if you do that, right? So and if you're saying nothing important, I'm just normal year working for other people, then it's no big deal, right? You won't have a major problem like that. Okay,
so basically in the back sector of the house, just don't have anything moving there. That's it.
No, don't renovate. You see I say that don't renovate, but I think a lot of people hear it differently. Don't renovate. That means you don't do renovation. Not to say no activities. I mean, you can still go in, take a shit, and come out, right? So yeah.
All right. Okay. The question from the audience, right? Okay, someone who has 3 animal signs in their chart that 中太岁one. What does that mean?
冲太岁 for the year, 3 signs. The only sign that's 犯太岁 this year directly is the goat. You mean you got 3 goats in the chart?
Well, it says that it's got 3 animals, 3 different animals that can.
Because most of them got their information from a temple. That's the problem, yeah. So and temple, sure, out of 12 animal signs, 6 of them 犯中太岁 one.
Okay.
Yeah, you know why? You pay
What is
more,
that?
buy more stuff, you won't pray, ma. Yeah. It's like no, there's only one animal sign that is considered fan tai, so only one, that is the goat this year. Okay,
All
are we clear on
right.
this? Right. So I don't think you have that many in your chart. Now,
Okay.
now in the event you fan tai, so let me take this opportunity to explain what it means to you.
Mm.
Okay. So an animal sign that is so-called clashing with the grandeur or clashing with the tai sui. Tai sui is the goat, the ox, and ox direct opposition with the goat. So if you have goat in the chart, it's considered fan tai sui or chong tai sui. Okay.
Right.
Now the effect of chong tai sui generally has two things. Number one, change. Primarily represents change in terms of their lifestyle, activities, job, career, or relationship matters. Okay. So a lot of people will interpret the reason why it is not a good year for the old style readings because people don't like change. Wow, change job, change environment, change boss, or change what? I don't like it. I like everything to be the same.
Yeah.
That's where the problem comes.
Yeah.
Because people don't like change. But really, change is always good if you are the ones initiating the change.
Yeah, change
So
girlfriend, why not? Right?
Yeah. So I would suggest that if you are the ones initiating the change, if you are the one driving the change, if you are the one deciding on
Who
let's
wants
make
to
a
change? Yeah.
then I think you're in control of the change. It can change for the better.
Yeah, that
Okay?
makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Right. And also Chong Tai Sui got another feature that is Paul Choi. Okay?
Yeah, that's right.
People
I think
say, Paul Choi, this year Paul Choi, no good. I need to go temple and pray again. No, you don't need to go to temple and pray. What you need to do is understand what it means by Paul Choi. Paul Choi means accidental loss of money, but it's not true. First of all, you look at it this way.
okay.
That means you have money to lose in the first place. Isn't that
Yeah.
a good thing? Right? It's
Oh,
better
wow,
than
that's a very
money.
optimistic way of
Right.
seeing it.
Right? If you don't even have money to lose in the first place, that means you're you know.
Yeah.
Right? That means you're so poor, you know.
So
You have
that
money
means
to
you're gonna
lose.
buy something new. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, so you've got money. Instead of losing means in a situation where you are not willing to use the money, like maybe roof leaking, maybe toilet got problem, need to fix, maybe some issue that you need to do that you unwillingly spend the money, yeah. But suppose you consciously decide what you want to use your money for, because money got 4 usage one, you know, right? I'm sure Hong Leong can tell you this, but then let me tell you in general, since you are generic public. Number one, money can be saved, which everybody also knows, save money, right?
Yeah.
But most people don't have a saving problem. They have an income problem, right? You save 10 ringgit also, you only save 10 ringgit. You save 100 ringgit, it's only 100 ringgit. I mean, when will you save $1 million? Right or not? So most people don't have a saving problem. They have an income generating problem, right? So work on generating income, not work on savings, all right? So, and second way, money besides saving can be spent. Money can be spent. Money can be donated. Right? Money can be donated and money can be invested.
Why not, right?
Right? Money can be invested. So the question then would be is which one are you going to do? I would not suggest saving it this year because then you will have a hard time saving. Why don't you invest because you put the money out and buying something that will outlast this year? Because most people are going to trade. So don't trade since you're fan tai sui, chong tai sui, but hold for long term. Now, investment got the steadier ones, and then there are the ones that are more rockier, and then there are the ones that are more sort of a mid risk. I would suggest if you're chong tai, so why don't you go for one that is steadier? All right, fixed income assets, for example, that could be a good idea to pursue that. Long-term holding of those assets will give you a better long-term return.
Property, perhaps even. Yeah.
What's that?
Property, perhaps even.
I think you can decide on property, but some properties are also bad investments because they're located in bad areas. Property is all about location first, right? The location is more important. And two things are because people buy property as if they're buying to stay. No, if you're buying to stay, it's never an investment. If you're buying so that you can increase in capital gains and or renting it out, then it is an investment. But to do that, it needs location.
Right.
Okay. And also depends on how much money cash you have on hand. Right. So a lot of times people think, tell me the best property to invest. I want to invest the best property. I tell you can invest on it first. Right on. Hey, minimum entry 10 million. Hey, you gong yeah. So, then you don't talk that one, no? Right? So you must go according to your comfort level. Don't invest, you then cannot sleep.
Yeah, that's right.
If you invest, you cannot sleep, then don't do it, right? Because that's not a good way to do things.
Yeah. Okay, someone for the audience born in the year of the horse. Wondering if it's a good year to migrate.
Horse didn't say good or no good. Last year would have been a better opportunity.
Last year would have been, this
Would have been, right? But or just to get started, migrating, most people are afraid that they migrate, they don't blend well to the culture, right? They don't blend culture and they don't get the job that they want. That's why they migrate. You're migrating usually is because you want a greener pasture outwards, lah. Yeah, that's what they probably would be looking at. So I would not just look at whether it's a good year in that sense. Okay, I will look at whether or not your career still has got an upward spiral or not. Because at the end of the day, if you go there and you got no job and you got no income, I don't care the country you whether you enjoy the sheep or you enjoy the scenery there, so at some point you're going to feel a problem. Okay,
right.
So you need to have financial confidence before you migrate. Okay, so I would work on financial confidence. So for the horse this year, I would look at what businesses I could study to start, so that I could bring that business wherever I go and anywhere in the world. Nowadays, we're global citizens, right? I can go to Singapore and do exactly the same thing I'm doing right now. I mean, Alvin, you could be somewhere in Bali right now doing exactly what you're doing right now, right? So that ability goes with us wherever we are, right? So I would look at, whoever's asking this question, I would look at you having this capability first, so that you can go to wherever you're going without the need to look at whether it's a good year to migrate. It's any year also can be anywhere in the world. You can be there somewhere and be down here, simply because you have financial confidence. Financial confidence means the ability to make money wherever you are in the world.
That's the first thing to think about, take in consideration. That's right. That totally makes sense. And someone who has a chart that got asking whether it's a good sign to invest. Okay, in the chart he or she has dog, monkey, and 2 roosters. And born in the year of rooster, is it?
Suppose so.
Okay, it has dog, monkey, and 2 roosters.
Okay, the share market is really good this year for everybody, lah. Yeah, but if you don't know what to do, I would say go with the fund managers, because they know what to do. Okay, generally, at least now until half a year, it's still on an upward moving spiral, lah. So most of it, not all, lah. Yeah, I mean, tech related probably, but there's likely to be a correction, right? So please be a little bit careful. If you don't know that, I think don't do it yourself, lah. Yeah, DIY is not for noobs, lah. DIY is not for noobs. Right.
Just ask for
come on, right?
I
feel like even I would get experts to manage the money for me. I wouldn't, even if I know this, I would do some on my own, but mostly I get the experts to handle it for me, because they know more. Yes, let them make some money, but then they are more responsible for making the money for you than you try and do it yourself. It's generally like that. Feng Shui, you can DIY, or you get me to do it. You won't do it DIY, also fun one, right? But if I do it for you, you're more safer, lor. Likewise, when it comes to money, don't give it to me, go give it to a person who know how to manage the funds for you. And I think that would be a much better game than you trying to say, I don't know whether share market good for me. You're trying to say whether you know how to outsmart the market. Very few people could do that on their own.
Yeah.
Okay. Except when a year like 2020 and you started investing in, let's say, end of April, then even a lousy player also beat the market last year.
Yeah, you never know, right? Because I mean, to be able
because
to
it went all the way down.
Yeah.
And then it went all the way up. It didn't come down ever since. Right. So even anyone could have done it if you just bought in April, right or not?
Yeah.
So that's the difference.
Right. So is it okay? Someone asked, is it a good year for pig? I think this is a very general one.
Good year for what?
For ones who born in the year of the pig.
Good to do what? That's the question, right? What are you willing to do? Good is good.
I guess general. What, love life, or I don't know.
General, I say also good one. All 12 also got something good. Okay. All 12 got something good, and all 12 also got something bad. You need to have perspective in life, my friend. I don't know who's asking this question. You gotta have some perspective. Good for what first?
Yeah.
Right? So you need to have, when you say good, right? The definite, like I ask you right now, I ask you back, whoever's asking the question, are you a good person? You answer me? Are you a good person?
I guess the only answer is generally, or I try to be.
Okay, they will say I'm a good person, or I'm good because I never do anything bad. That's okay. What was the last good thing you ever did? If you've never done any good thing, you're not a good person. You're an okay person, only, right? You're okay. Like, have you saved lives? Have you transformed lives? Have you helped anyone?
Yeah.
Right. So a good person, right, is defined as someone does good. Just because someone goes to the temple every single day doesn't make him or her a good person, Right or not?
Yeah.
You gotta do good in order to be good. So likewise, you want anyone born in a pig this year who wants to be a good year, you gotta know what you're gonna do. So I have a suggestion for you, right? If you are born with the pig sign, opening new markets is a good thing. It's an opportunity to create more leads. Now, back in those days, person with this sign with the traveling style usually is traveling. But today you cannot travel. So what do? You go for new genres in your market. All right. You plan on opening new genres, new leads, be able to channel your message to different groups of people, right? So that's the thing that you can be doing if you want it to be good. But if you say, I don't know marketing, then so nothing happened. You cannot do it, all right?
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
Okay, there's someone who's okay. He says that I'm a goat in engineering. So is the year okay for me to expand my business?
It is. If expanding means something very different, because expanding means you're either moving to a new market. Number two, you are going to invest heavily on advertising. You see, most people confuse growth with expansion. Okay, when it comes to business, business growth and business expansion is two different things. Since the corporate talk, I can talk business with you guys, right?
Yeah.
In business, expansion means you are opening up new markets and new channels of revenue, which involves spending.
All right.
Okay, which involves spending, because you have to spend on research, R&D to grow, to hire more people, to put your flag in different territories. That's called expansion. But if what you have in mind is called growth, growth is different. Growth is every $100, you reduce the costs. All right. Yeah. You reduce the cost so that you make more money. That's called growth. More efficient use of dollars and cents. That's called growth. So when you are, when you say you're goat and you are expanding, I'm assuming you're opening up to new markets, investing in new channels for revenue. And that answer is yes. But if you're talking about growth, it means you're going to reduce costs and improve efficiency within the organization. Then that is not, because the same thing, but just done in a slightly different format.
I see. Okay. Someone says, I received a vacant possession from a developer. 2021, good to do renovation?
No, you should do it 10 years from now.
10 years from now?
As long as you haven't moved into the house, you can renovate whatever you want. Otherwise, 10 years from now, only you renovate, man. No, any year have to renovate, okay? Yeah. Otherwise, the construction company all PK, So you can, but if you're afraid of activating the negative energy, then do all renovations, complete it before moving in. That's how you do it, okay?
Right. Okay, someone who says that, 4 uses of money: save, spend, invest. What is the 4th?
Charity. Give it away.
Charity, give it away. Good one. Okay. Pick. Well, I'm sorry, I can't read that. Pick in day. Sorry, I can't read that. How does it? Okay, I'll ask another question here.
To new market. Bring in day new market means what? New opportunities to love. Okay. So this is Evelyn's question, right? So new opportunities to love. Now you may say, but now this is obviously good if you are single, right? But let's say I know Evelyn, are you single or not single? I don't know. Evelyn's not answering me yet. So let's see when Evelyn answers me. I'll tell you what it means.
Okay. All right. Okay. Someone is saying here. If I have ongoing legal problems, is there any way I could use the Feng Shui of the year to resolve this problem? Yes.
You can help yourself a lot if you understand the legal problems. As are you the plaintiff or are you the defendant first? Okay. Because there's 2 different roles, ma.
Yeah,
right, if you plaintiff, you want win, no. Right,
be specific. Come on.
Yeah, because I can try and help you, but I need to know which angle are we trying? Are you trying to save you or trying to attack somebody?
If you are plaintiff, then a different sector.
If you're trying to attack, right? Or you want to win, right? Then different sector, right? Not. If you want
right.
because you are defending, then it's different. Then it's like, okay, I want to 大事化小，小事化無, right or not?
Okay,
Right? So,
say defendant lah.
you say defendant, then you need to have fire element in the southwest sector.
Southwest.
Yeah, that sort of reduces the external challenges generally, like, because I don't know your date of birth, but generally that helps reduces the external challenges and hostility towards you. Okay, that also leaves room for possible out of court settlement.
Ah, right.
Okay.
Okay. And how's the love life for a rat? 頭髮點啊？有冇愛情啊？
The tofa, there's no tofa for rat, right? So there's no peach blossom for rat. But the possibility of finding someone is definitely possible because rat combines with ox. Hap tai shui means 揾到筍嘢咯, right? The problem most people asking this question is that even they find someone new, they cannot sustain it. It's because modern people, contemporary lives, new people in this era is always looking for someone just so that they complete their life.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got really good things to offer, then yes, this is a good year to actually begin a great thriving relationship. But suppose you are nothing to offer, then after meeting you, wow, they see another girl, so you will get killed on. So if you are the obsessive type, a bit different. So Evelyn is now answering me. So this is pick in the day pillar, how to relate to new market, right? So day pillar represents relationships, okay, Evelyn, and you say you're not single, but I think this is a good sign. Now, it doesn't mean you have to go and outside have another boyfriend, but it actually makes you a better lover, a better spouse when you actually have options. Okay. Now, let me say, now I'm not suggesting you're going to have a third party. But when I use this example very recently in my social media as the same thing, but I'm telling people in a relationship, a lot of people have confused obsession, neediness with love. Okay, when you are always needy and obsessed with your partner, you need something. You always need something in order for you to feel good. You need something from them. Neediness is one of the most unattractive attribute you can find in any person, boy or girl.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why I say this is good for you when having the pick in the your spouse pass, because now you have options. Options means, you see, it's like when you're hungry, right? When you're really, really hungry right now, and I hold a McDonald's Big Mac in front of your face, you're like, oh, McDonald's Big Mac, right or not? Because you are so hungry. Suppose let's say, bao your food. I don't care, I hold anything in front of you, so you're not attracted. The reason why is when a person doesn't have options, you will always be needy.
Yeah.
Okay. In your relationship, you always fear that that person will go away from you. You always want to check that person's phone. You always you want that person to do certain things for you. Otherwise, you don't love me anymore. So that neediness causes a break in relationships.
Yeah. I guess the greatest solution to that would be you need a hobby.
Yeah. No, you need diversity. You're right. You need to have that. I can walk away anytime, but I choose to be here. That's why it's called true love.
Yeah.
Right. I can walk away anytime and I choose to be here. That's why I love you. Right. But if I cannot, I got no choice. I'm stuck with you. Today is different. No, there's neediness.
Yeah.
Right. Right. So that's why it is different.
Hey, Dato, I think you can expand your thing out of Feng Shui and you can be a love guru as well.
No, I just
expand beyond that, man.
People asking questions like that, I have to go and solve their problem. Otherwise, they say, yeah, you said I got tofa, but I cannot meet the right one. You are the wrong one. That's the problem.
Wow. You make a perfect love guru, man. Seriously, think about that. Expand out of Feng Shui as well. And okay, how's wealth looking for Tiger this year?
I think Tiger doesn't have a wealth star, but Tiger has a giver star. It's got the sun.
A giver.
A giver. Now, I think it's nice to be the giver because that means if you're going to do a lot of a business that involves creating publicity, create market, then you have to give a lot of value to market these days. Like, I mean, right now, Hong Leong Bank is doing this event. This event itself is actually giving back to the audience, to their customers. And this is what Tigers need to do this year. If you are running your own business, and you're running events that give value to your clients and customers, you're going to build a great relationship with them. And in turn, in the long run, generates good revenue for you.
Oh, okay. How about a tiger as a freelancer?
A freelancer, then you have to give more freebies, right? So you see, a lot of times I see a lot of business owners and freelancers, they are unwilling to do jobs first. They always say, you don't pay me, I don't do. Then again, those who are willing to give more are the ones that are going to get more business out there. So you are the ones that are supposed to give more, especially tiger, because tiger, taiyang is to give light, You stop giving light, well, then won't get to experience your so-called talent and your services.
Ah, that's right. And okay, someone's asked Rooster for marriage. How's that?
Rooster is neither good nor bad unless you got the right person, not right. You see, a marriage is really dependent on whether you got the right person and you are the right person. It's not which year to get married. As if you marry the right year, you got no problems on, right? No. You meet the right year, we got no argument on, right? You choose the wrong one, you see what will happen, right? Not. Let's say you choose somebody like every day you look at her face, wow, I want to vomit. No, right? Don't care what year you choose. I'm at home every day and not wake up, hold a knife like that, or they can
Seriously, man, think about it. Love guru.
No, I thought logic, logic is like that, right? Now.
How about rabbit for general health and luck?
Well, I think rabbit, really, it's the few ways that rabbit is one of the ones that need to toughen up this year because they don't have good stars. They don't have auspicious stars, so they need to be a tough bunny, like a badass bunny this year, in order to actually get all the benefits. Because the other animal signs got support from good stars. Rabbit don't have this year, so don't have them right? But most rabbits are then no good, right? So you have to basically go there and double up triple up your efforts. That's what the rabbits need to do.
Bite your lip, pull up your bootstraps.
Yeah, you gotta be some badass rabbit this year. Really, really go for it.
Well, to sum it all up, you need a lot more courage, I guess.
I think everyone needs a bit of courage. What they do need is just taking the first step, because when a little bit of change of mindset is important for a lot of people. I think most people expect that, they expect the year to be providing the opportunities, much like, how people say, I want to go to a different country because there are more opportunities. I want to change company because there are more opportunities. Listen, I think this world has a lot of opportunities. First of all, you must understand, neither the government nor the country is supposed to be responsible for your success. Neither your husband or your wife is responsible for your goddamn happiness, right? Neither your boss nor your company is responsible for your success, your career. You are supposed to bring success to whatever you're going to do. So if you don't have this mentality in the first place, I don't care how many good stars you have, you probably have a slightly better year because things are easier. But in the long run, you're still going to lose out. That's why 90% of the people out there don't survive. It's because they're expecting that if I join this company, they're going to give me the career of my life. No, the career meant that you are the one that brings success to your job. Likewise, in a marriage, you bring happiness to the marriage. You don't go there to get happiness, so that's why a lot of people have this problem, right? I marry you, I'm not happy.
Dude, what you just said, right?
To begin with.
Yeah, what you just said, right? A whole bunch of what you just said needs to be preached to. Oh my God, I've got a lot. I was going to say needs to be preached to millennials, and right now I'm surrounded by millennials. I'm going to get killed here.
I see that's the reason why they have a lot of issues in the first place.
Sorry, guys.
Don't you think so? You want a relationship so you can bring happiness to them. You want a relationship so that someone can be loyal to you and entertain you all the time. Go find a dog, it's better. Okay?
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Oh, speaking of dog in engineering and trading.
Dog in engineering and trading. The dog in anything is also okay, but there's this happy star there. The happy star requires you to do networking. So the question is, are you willing to network? Now, here's the question to the dogs out there. Are you a miser or not? Because networking requires money. Networking, in order to have effective networking to activate your star, you need to be the host of parties. I don't like spend money. I only want to drink other people's whiskey. I don't bring whiskey. Then gonna confirm PK, right? So you got dogs also know because you got a party star. You're focusing, right? Prosperity means what?
Yeah.
You do networking. So you know, we say I party all the time, oh, I'm gonna that, right? Oh, party, you party the wrong people, ma. Don't party with poor people. Okay. Now it's very important. I know, say, wow, why you like that? Listen, you can party with poor people twice a month. Okay, but the rest of the time it's like that. If you want to be rich or richer, it's very simple. You look at what the poor people are doing, and then don't do it. Okay, that's all. Right? So you go and host a network party for people who have the contacts, the contracts, the know-hows, the knowledge, and the wisdom that you need. You be the host. Like how you're a kid, last time you do slumber parties and you do cookie parties if you're a girl, right? Now you do whiskey party or something like that. Invite the people over with the people you want to network. That's how you grow in your wealth. Well, you engineer. Listen, you're engineer. There are engineers who are billionaires, yes? Right? How do they get there? You think they go there becoming engineer until they become rich? No, they knew the right people. They find the right supporters. They find the right financiers. They find the right bankers, right now. Then together their ideas grow from working for changing hours to dollars. They become owners. When owners, you own other people's hours. When you own other people's hours, it's called leverage. When you have leverage, you exponentially grow your wealth. This is great. You do that.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that networking requires spending, and if this is someone who born in the year of the dog, who's from China, I'm sure this is a fact that he already knows.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, those are great parting words, Dato Joey Yap. So that's all the time we have for now, unfortunately. But it has been very fruitful and very educational. Thank you, Dato Joey Yap, and thank you Hong Leong Bank for hosting this. Thank you for hosting this very exclusive webinar and very educational. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
See ya.
爸，
你在做什么呢？
做这个，可是坏了。
哦，是这样哦。妈妈说你画了一本小故事要说给婆婆听，对吗？
是。
来，讲给婆婆听。
在很久很久以前，有一个美丽的小村庄。新年到了，村子里很热闹，大家都在买年货。突然，这叫年的怪兽，全山都趁着你捣乱，大家吓得纷纷逃到甘蔗林里。有一位勇敢的男孩说，他有个好办法。当年兽出现的时候，村民们拼命敲打甘蔗片，噼里啪啦，噼里啪啦。就这样，村民们成功的把年兽赶走了。
哦，完了吗？其实故事还没完哦。村民们回到了村子里，才发觉家园都毁了。这时候，那个勇敢的小男孩就出来鼓励大家，把家园重建了起来。很快的，新的家园就建好了，而且比以前更加的牢固，更加的美丽。从此，为了庆祝而燃放烟花变成了传统。无论遇到任何的困难，只要携手同心，就能迎接新的开始。
现在我明白了。婆婆，我要重新做这个。
那我们一起来吧。